Hey guys, welcome back to the Playbook Update Extended version, episode number 3. Now, this is actually my third upload today, so hope this goes well. And as you guys can see, we are talking about the Golden State Warriors, and mainly their two superstars of what the heck is up with Curry and Klay Thompson right now. First of all, though, we need to talk a little bit about KD's injury, and who knows what's going to happen in this next series that they have. Without KD, it's going to be pretty hard, but again, they did win a championship without him, so I think the Warriors can be fine if Klay and Steph start stepping up. I really don't think the KD is that big of a factor in this series, especially since we've got Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum running around everywhere. I'll talk about that in just a second, but let's look at some numbers here. Let's check out Steph Curry's numbers against the Clippers and the Rockets. So here we can see a usual 55-60% field goal shooter shooting about 44%. And somebody who's nearly a 50% three-point shooter is shooting around 37%. That's kind of insane. Also, if you look at field goals compared to three-point attempts, you can see how many three-pointers make up those field goals. And usually, Steph will shoot around 75% as three-pointers. Now, I don't know about you, but to me, that seems very off, considering that's 56%. And the points per game are very interesting. 24. Okay, I can understand that. That's not bad. For somebody like Steph, however, that's pretty mediocre, if I must say so. I mean, you expect about 30 points out of him a night. You expect a lot more threes than just 3 in a night, and I know that comes out to a little under 4 threes a game. Now, points per 20 shots, that's actually in comparison to Klay Thompson, because for a second here, I thought that Klay Thompson was the more efficient one. Now, keep in mind that Steph Curry's points per 20 shots is about 28 points. Now let's look at Klay Thompson. Now, he's not doing as bad, but he also usually shoots around 50%. And that's because he can be very streaky. In this case, he really isn't doing that good from 3, and less than half of his attempts have been from 3. That also goes for his three-point makes. Now, Steph and Klay both are shooting around 50%. I'd say Klay Thompson can go down to around 45%-ish, really. The thing with Klay and Steph's field goal percentage in general that I don't like is that they have substituted by driving more, or in Klay's case, a 15-foot jumper instead of a 35-foot jumper, which is, it's alright. But I kind of expect if they're going to go inside more, that their field goal percentage should be up way more. I don't really see that. I see their three-point percentage and their field goal percentage down from what they usually have. And from Klay Thompson, somebody like him, he can easily put up 25 a game, even with Steph Curry. I don't care. They can easily go for around 55 to 60 combined. And now the efficiency was interesting. Points per 20 shots. Remember how Steph was at like 28? Well, Klay's apparently at 23 and about a half. I really thought Klay Thompson was the more efficient one, considering that his percentages were a lot better, but I guess not. Yeah, Klay's percentages are more, but I guess the points per game is just enough to make him less efficient. It's interesting. So, we all saw Game 6 against the Rockets. And now, we ask the question, what happens against the Portland Trail Blazers? Well, it depends. Are we going to see the first half Steph, which got no points, or are we going to see the second half Steph that got 33 points? I was going to make this video before Game 6, but once I saw this, I scrapped the idea and waited, because now I absolutely have no clue what to think about this. I mean, Steph could be a different person night to night, but now we're seeing him a different person half to half. You see, he's your best player, and especially now without KD, so I would expect my best player to be consistent in some ways, and consistently good, mainly. That is about the most inconsistent game you can possibly have. So, what does this mean for the Portland series? So, looking at these two different Steph Currys, depending on which one we see, if he gets no points, I'm going to say that the Portland Trail Blazers are going to win in 6 games. And even if Steph Curry does have his 33-point half the entire series, I'm going to say that the Warriors win in 7 games. And other factors in here are Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson has to play better. And he has to shoot more threes, honestly, because he can get hot when even he does not know it. We're talking about somebody who could put up 60 in 3 quarters. Alright. Klay is probably also one of the best defensive shooting guards in the league. He is absolutely one of the best two-way players. And it's his job to guard people like James Harden, which he did very well. It's also going to be his job to guard CJ McCollum, who had a much better series than Lillard did. So, interesting how we're seeing lesser Damian Lillard and lesser Steph Curry. I wonder if they're going to use each other to go back to where they used to be, where they were both nasty. But Klay Thompson is going to be a huge factor against CJ McCollum, as I've said, and I think Klay Thompson has really kept up with his defense. I know that James Harden is a really hard guard. It is. You're just not going to stop somebody who can easily score 50 a night if you're not careful. And with that being said, I want to thank you guys for watching. I know that this was a single topic episode, single team episode, but hey, you guys got some predictions in there, and you guys got some confusion, I guess. So I'm Howie.